He broke my nether portal! How? Dude, I'm stuck here forever. How? I'm upset.
That sucks.
A simple misclick. Throw it into the fucking lava.
That sucks.
Gij ziet lijkt dus niet, manoeuvrestukken en sleep. Gij ziet lijkt dus niet, the darkest corners we seek. Gij ziet lijkt dus niet, manoeuvrestukken en sleep. Gij ziet lijkt dus niet, the darkest corners we seek.
Zoobity-boo, a zombie apocalypse is coming for you. Zoobity-boo, a zombie apocalypse is coming for you. Zoobity-boo, a zombie apocalypse is coming for you. Zabba-da-zoo. Zabba-da-zoo. Find Katie's on bricks before she dies. 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 Zippity, zabbity, zabbity zoo. Zippity, zabbity, zabbity zoo. We gotta find a way into the maintenance room. Zippity, zabbity, zabbity zoo. Zippity, zabbity, zabbity zoo. We gotta find a way into the maintenance room. Cool, fire. Oh shit, a sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. Oh yeah. Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. Oh yeah. Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer.
My laugh sounds like ack, ack, ack. So when I laugh, I go, or
Sledgehammer.
does that sound like ack, 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 ack? It doesn't sound nothing like that at all.
I'm coming for you. Oh yeah. Zabba-da-zoo. The soothing sounds of Barry White during the zombie apocalypse.
Thanks, Derek. I appreciate that.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick.
Pretend and be friends in the dark. miserable. Just miserable.
If this was a different universe, we'd both get what we want. You'd be freed from your family curse. I'd be doing what I love. You lost your heart in Tokyo, found another in New York City. You sent me some postcards telling me just how much you miss me. Star-studded queen, blue jeans, dreaming. I thought it would be so easy. Now you're on your way with her. You say you didn't mean to replace me. And all I'm thinking about is what you do when I hurt. Can't stop just thinking about all the things you said that weren't true. And I know what it feels like when you say only I make you feel right. The sour taste in my mouth from your lies. You took it all without saying goodbye. Now you're out on the social scenes with her. By your side, I'm a far and distant dream, lost in the back of your mind. You're on your way to Tokyo, then moving on to New York City. I never got the postcards telling me just how much you miss me. Star-studded queen, blue jeans, dreaming. I thought it would be so easy. Now you're on your way with her. You say you didn't mean to replace me. And all I'm thinking about is what you do when I hurt. Can't stop just thinking about all the things you said that weren't true. And I know what it feels like when you say only I make you feel right. The sour taste in my mouth from your lies. You took it all without saying goodbye.
All right, good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to a big day. It is a double new release day. That is right. This happens frequently during the busy fall gaming season, or as I like to call it, hardcore gaming season. Today is Friday, the 18th of September, 2020. Today there are 2 new releases that we'll be playing. I'm excited, very excited for what is to come. And I hope that we can have some fun today, regardless of the fact of if the games are great or not. I hope that we can have some fun interactions, a great stream, and just have a good time together. Alright? Good stuff coming up. You know, so let's talk a little bit about the streams today. Let's talk about the gaming schedule this weekend. Sadly, it looks like I have to change the schedule a bit because of some stupidity, which I'll explain in just a moment. But let's talk. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, today, double new release day. What are we doing? On this first stream, it is WWE 2K Battlegrounds, the new game from WWE Games. This is not the yearly installment game from 2K Games like we would normally get. Last year, WWE 2K20 was such a buggy, horrendous mess that WWE Games decided they're not putting one out this year. There's no yearly installment of WWE this year. They completely canceled it. Okay? So, this year, they're putting out a different game called Battlegrounds. This game reminds me heavily of WWE All-Stars about 10 years ago. Now, back then, obviously, the landscape of WWE was a very different place. You know, the biggest wrestlers in WWE were like CM Punk and John Cena, right? Today, 10 years later, very different. But it almost looks like the same kind of deal. Cartoonish-looking wrestlers, not realistic. It's definitely not a sim game, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this turns out to be. If it's just arcadey fun, silly beat-em-up stuff with flashy finishers and combos, it'll probably be fun for a couple sessions. I don't know what longevity it'll have. The major downfall of WWE All-Stars was that it did not have a lot of single-player content. They eventually steered you toward the multiplayer. The problem was the multiplayer was terrible. It was, like, horrendously laggy. And so it kind of killed the game. Like, after you play it for, like, maybe 5-6 hours, and you've kind of unlocked a bunch of characters or whatever, next thing you want to do is go online. You go online, and the game was just a laggy mess and not fun to play at all. So, I remember with WWE All-Stars, you know, I had fun with the game, maybe, you know, 2 major sessions, and I tried doing multiplayer in it a couple times with fans, and it just never really worked out. It was always kind of disappointing, so it wasn't a super lengthy playthrough or anything like that. Okay? So if Battlegrounds is the same, you know, what I could foresee is we do this stream and maybe another major stream and try out some multiplayer, and if the multiplayer works and is fun, alright, great. But there's no guarantee that that's going to be the case, you know? I guess we're going to find out together. So that's the stream. I don't even know how much single-player content this game has or if it's all based around multiplayer. I have no idea. We're going to find out together today live on stream. That is the cool thing about being a live streamer, is that I get to try out these games and we get to do this live together and experiment, right? And see exactly what these games entail. It's kind of a cool experience to be doing this live with all of you. If the game is great, we have fun. If the game is terrible, well, we can make fun of it, right? Whatever it may be. By the way, I should call this out. This game is only $40, $39.99. It is not a full-fledged, fully priced retail game by any means. And being that they're selling it for a discounted price kind of makes me feel like it's not going to be a full-fledged retail feeling experience. You know what I mean? That's going to kind of be a discount experience, and maybe we're not going to get so much out of it. I guess we'll see. Alright. Later tonight, it is the premiere of Crysis Remastered. Crysis was the PC game when it came out, and I want to say it was like 13 years ago. I'm not 100% at the exact date of when it came out. But when it came out, it was the definitive PC game. Open world, first-person action with stealth mechanics and superpowers of a suit that you can unlock over time. Amazing graphics. Like, so the best graphics possible on a PC at the time. And in fact, Crysis became the benchmark off of which all other graphical games, as well as graphical hardware, was judged. They would actually, if a new graphics card came out, they would run Crysis on it to see at max settings how does it perform with frames per second and stuff like that. So, I am interested in this game because I played Crysis 2 about 9 to 10 years ago on the Xbox 360, and I really enjoyed the playthrough, even though there were a few parts that I felt were like really annoying and tough. I really liked it, and then Crysis 3 came out, and it sucked ass. I felt that by Crysis 3, they kind of basically run the course, and the game sucked. And it's funny because after Crysis 3, the whole franchise ended. The whole thing just oh god, it was bad, and then died. So, I'm very interested to see what the original game was like. I don't know how long it is or anything. By the way, so Crysis Remastered is $30, $29.99 on PlayStation Network. Okay, so neither game we're playing today is a fully priced, hyped AAA release, admittedly. Okay? Now, FYI, there is a third major release today that's coming out. What it is the Super Mario All-Stars Collection for the Nintendo Switch. If you're not aware of what this is, it is a collection including Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. All three games supposedly redone to run nicely on the Switch. Some of them have some improved graphics, even though I haven't seen too many improvements. It does look slightly better, I would say. Now, this collection costs $60. It is the price of a full retail game. Alright? Now, you may say, why are you not playing that? It's very simple. Because I played all those games already. I've never played WWE 2K Battlegrounds. It's a new game. I never played Crysis at all. Alright? But I've played every single one of those Mario games before. You can find the full playthroughs live on DSP Gaming right now if you were to go search for them. Okay? However, there seems to be some big interest in seeing me replay Super Mario Galaxy. This is a playthrough I did over 8 years ago. This was long before I did direct capture and I live stream. It was a very different experience, and I remember the visuals were pretty poor in a lot of that game because I was using a camera to record it, and people have basically expressed we'd like to see me replay Super Mario Galaxy. In addition, back then I wasn't really going for everything. Like back then I didn't go for all the collectibles or anything. These days when I play games, I tend to try to challenge myself and go for optional stuff. Back then it was just like rush through the game and beat it as quickly as possible. That's how I used to treat it. And that's kind of how I handled Super Mario Galaxy back in the day. Alright, so I'd definitely be interested in replaying it. I'm going to be honest, I am a little disappointed they're not selling the game separately and they're forcing you to buy the collection, because I have no interest in Super Mario 64, which I just played within the last year and a half, or in Super Mario Sunshine, which I just played, what was it, like 2.5 years ago? I don't want to replay those games at this point. Maybe in the future I would want to, but I have no interest in doing that. But why am I forced to buy a collection that has all three instead of buying the one game that I want? Especially because it's digital. I'm not buying a physical disc. I'm downloading the games digitally anyway. So obviously this is a way to get more money out of people. Okay? So, sadly, that's the situation. So, some people are disappointed that I'm not playing Super Mario Galaxy right away. That's why, because it's not a new release. Or it really isn't. It's games I've already played in the past. Now, if this week, over the course of this week, I start playing these games and maybe WWE Battlegrounds ain't so great and I don't really want to feel like playing it much anymore, or maybe Crysis is like, okay, I played a little bit of it, but it's not super fun, kind of outdated or whatever. If that's the case, and I want to kind of drop one of those games, and I want to pick up, say, Mario Galaxy instead, I definitely have the capability of doing that if I so feel. But let's see what happens over the next few days with the new games that I'm playing now, and we'll play it by ear and see what we feel like doing. Okay? Now, there is another big release that came out today. Alright? Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, multiplayer, Alpha demo. That is a fucking huge fucking mouthful. It's so too many words to be the name of a game. But it came out. I have it on my PS4 right now. I downloaded it last night. Okay? Now, here's the thing. It's supposed to be running all weekend. When they originally announced this, they said it would be running from the 18th through the 20th. Great. So I scheduled it in for Sunday. I said, let's do it as the major stream on Sunday, since that way I'll have a couple days to play the new releases, see if they're any good, and then on Sunday we'll mix it up with the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, right? Wrong. Because now they just posted on their Instagram today, oh, just so you know, this alpha will end at 10 a.m. on Sunday. What? So you have an alpha that's only running Friday and Saturday, not the whole weekend. What? It's just, I swear these fucking game devs, they just defy common sense. You know, because everyone's has the capability like me to play video games for a living and sit at home all day on Friday and play your fucking alpha, right? It's just so stupid. Why can't it run all weekend? No, we can't do that. It's got to end on fucking 10 a.m. on fucking Sunday. All right, assholes. Well, here's what I got to do now. I got to switch my schedule around. So originally this was going to be Sunday. I'm going to now play it tomorrow on the main stream. Okay? So tomorrow's main gameplay stream will be Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, Multiplayer Alpha Demo. I feel like I have to fucking write this down and read it. Like, you know, it's crazy how long the name of this is. All right? So we're checking that out tomorrow as the main gameplay stream. All right? What I'm hoping is that by tomorrow, if there are any issues, but because some people, literally, as I said this, I was just going to address this. AJ says, why aren't you just playing this today as for day one views? Because you know on launch day it's going to be shit. Historically, any Call of Duty day on launch day, any Call of Duty game on launch day runs like shit in the multiplayer. This has never been an exception. It's always bad on launch day. And this is free. Everyone can play this alpha. Right? So you know there's going to be a ridiculous amount of people piling into this because it's free, trying to play it today, and they're going to fuck the servers up. This thing's going to run like duty today. Now, they'll have a day where maybe they can work on it, fix the servers, get used to this load of people coming in, and by tomorrow, hopefully, it'll at least be stable enough that we'll have fun on the stream. All right? So, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, if it doesn't work, if it crashes as a piece of shit, we can easily switch over to one of the other new releases. It's not that big of a deal. All right? So, let's see what happens. Today will be WWE 2K Battlegrounds and Crysis Remastered. Tomorrow, it'll be Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, Multiplayer Alpha Demo. And then I will play one of these games as the night stream tomorrow. I don't know which one it'll be. Maybe it'll be more Battlegrounds or maybe it'll be more Crysis. We'll see what we like today and determine what will be the second stream, okay? Sunday now is probably going to be the whatever game I didn't play Saturday night, okay? Whatever I don't play Saturday night will be the major stream for Sunday, either Battlegrounds or Crysis. And then Sunday night's going to be Fire Emblem Three Houses, 2 hours of Fire Emblem Three Houses, okay? So we get some progress this week. And then on Monday, again, one of these major new releases. I don't know if it'll be Battlegrounds or Crysis. And Monday night, it'll be Fall Guys. Okay? And I figure by then, we'll determine if we're going to keep playing both Battlegrounds and Crysis, if we're going to drop one of those games to do something different, like maybe Super Mario Galaxy, or if we're going to drop both of the games and say, fuck these games, they suck ass, and do other stuff. All right? I have more than enough stuff that I can do. If I feel, I could do a major stream of Batman, try to do Riddler content. I can do a major stream of Fire Emblem, try to get further in the game. See, there's many things I can do. It's not like I don't have stuff to do if these games suck ass, okay? So, let's see what happens. Okay? Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Alright? Good stuff. That is the plan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as of last night, some updates for everyone, all right? And by the way, I have a major announcement to make right now regarding the upcoming Rage-a-thon. Okay? Are you ready for this huge announcement? You're not ready, are you? All right. Let me officially announce to you the games lineup for the Rage-a-thon. Okay? Unfortunately, it's on my PC. I have to get up. Hold on. I forgot. Okay, here it is. I was gonna print it out and bring it over to my chair. I completely forgot to do that this morning. Okay, so the official lineup for the Rage-a-thon that we're gonna take place at the end of this month. It's actually gonna take place the final Sunday of the month. I think that's the 27th. September 27th. Don't quote me on that. I'm almost positive it's September 27th. The final Sunday of the month is when the Rage-a-thon Marathon is going to take place here on the streams. Okay? Here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, the following games will be played during the Rage-a-thon. Jump King! Alright. Also, Celeste. Okay. Also, Hollow Knight. Yes. Okay. Also, The Quiet Man. And last but not least, the fifth game that is confirmed to be played during the Rage-a-thon, Street Fighter V. All right. That is your guaranteed Rage-a-thon games. I also have a backup game on deck in case something doesn't work out with one of these games, or for some reason one of them sucks ass and it's not fun. The backup is going to be Blasphemous. Now, that's a game I already own. That's a game that I actually played previously during a Rage-a-thon. And I got a decent length into it. I died a bunch. It seems like a fun game. But I was like, man, I don't want to replay the same game twice. Excuse me. I don't want to play the same game twice. Because this is supposed to be a marathon of new stuff. Now, of course, Street Fighter V is a recurring thing. What are you going to do? People just keep asking for it. But you see what I'm saying? Blasphemous will be there on deck. All right. If people want it. But I think the other games will be more interesting because I've never played any of them. People have been asking for Hollow Knight for like 2 years. People have been asking for The Quiet Man since it came out. All right. So, and the other good thing about this is none of these games are super expensive. I think the most expensive one is around $15. So it's not like I'm breaking the bank having to buy a bunch of games. In fact, that's why you may notice there's a couple games in there that people did nominate, but they're not in there because I told you guys I wasn't going to buy games that were more expensive games for this marathon. That wasn't the point. The point was to get a bunch of rage-inducing games that I could play for like an hour, hour and a half, and that way if I never play them again, it's not a huge deal. So, for example, Mortal Shell. A lot of people wanted it. It's actually the most nominated game, but it's $30 plus tax. I'm not dropping that much for a game I'm going to play for an hour and never play again. Okay? So that's why. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. Don't nominate games that are brand new releases because there's no way I'm dropping that much money on it. Okay? So, this marathon will take place the final Sunday of the month, which I believe is the 27th. It'll start in the morning around, 10:15 a.m. or whatever. It'll run throughout the course of the day. And it should be a fun one, being that we're going to swap games so many times. And if the games are challenging, yeah, likely it's going to be pretty rage-inducing. I mean, I'll say here, probably the only thing I'm not going to get angry at would be Street Fighter V. Because that game, I know what it is. I know it's bad. I don't like it. And when I play it in a basic capacity, not really understanding the high-level gameplay. But I play it so infrequently that I don't get matched up against anybody good. I'm going to get matched up against scrubs, and I'm probably going to win. So it's going to be just like last year with the Rage-a-thon, where it's not going to be super entertaining when I play Street Fighter V, yet people continue to nominate it. All right. So there you go. And by the way, some people are saying, well, why Street Fighter V and not Mortal Kombat? Because I didn't want to do more than one of the same kind of game. And Street Fighter V had way more nominations than Mortal Kombat. That's why. It's that simple. Okay, so that's the deal. That's the Rage-a-thon. I will give you more hype for it as we get closer to it. It's still over a week away. You know, it's still about, like 9 days away. So, next weekend, the Rage-a-thon will happen. All right? Okay. Good stuff. Now, also, ladies and gentlemen, the new voting and nominations for the Halloween Marathon are now live. There's 2 different things you guys need to do. All right? The first is you need to nominate games for the Halloween Marathon that I'm doing on Halloween. All right? How do you do that? Type !marathon into the stream chat. It'll bring up the link. Okay? And in that link, you can nominate games for the marathon. Now, any game is eligible. I just want to clarify this. However, again, much like all my marathons, if you nominate a game that's full $60 and I'm probably never going to play it again, probably a bad idea. It's probably not going to get picked. That's number 1. Number 2, it doesn't have to be a horror game. In previous Halloween events, I've made it so that it had to be horror-themed video games. It doesn't have to be this year. But at the same time, obviously, horror-themed games may have a higher priority of being picked, considering that this is going to be on Halloween. All right. What I'm hoping is to get a variety. Maybe some people will say, oh, we'll see. I'd like you to do some kind of a silly action game, but also we'll get like 2 horror games and stuff. You know, something different, good variety of stuff for the Halloween event. That's what I would like, to have it be pretty fun. Okay. So there you go. All right. And,